and with foul play. I can't even begin to explain everything that's been going on in the last 2 weeks, 3 weeks. But as you see by the plaque on the duck house, we lost duct tape. I found him Saturday with a very bad injury to his leg, bleeding terribly, and he couldn't stand or walk. I rushed him in the house, stopped the bleeding. That's Duct Tape Jr. right there. And Duct Tape's girls are kind of lost. I tried to rehab Duct Tape, as I do. On this farm, everybody gets a chance, and everything that I can do in my skill level. But he just couldn't walk. I brought him out here on Monday to be with his girls and with his flock before I said goodbye to him. Take a look. And you might remember, and from one of the last videos, Winnie Cooper and her 3 babies. Look at these guys now. And I tell you what, Mama is done. And these guys aren't very big yet, so we do still have them isolated in a pen by themselves, because they would still get pretty picked on by the big flock. So we slowly introduce them to the flock, and certainly birds that are raised from within the flock rather than just chicks that came from an outside source are better accepted. But Mom didn't fight for them real hard. So they might have seen videos in the past where, like, Maggie fought hard for her babies, and she raised them until they were as big as she was. And I came out one morning and Miss Henny just did not want to be a mom anymore, and she was actually kind of picking on her babies and chasing them. And so I tried her back in, took her out, tried her back in here one more time, and she did it again. So then we knew for sure that Mom was done. But they're doing fine. And the guinea birds from our last video, I will show you. Stand by. Yes, take a look. We have chicks. Lots of chicks. But there's a big difference in the ones you're looking at right here, which are actually to my left. You can't see that, but these chicks are the same age as these chicks. Now, months ago, we put in an order to the hatchery, and the 2 little guinea birds had happened to hatch at the exact same time our birds were coming. So we've had good luck putting guinea birds in with ducks historically, so we thought we'd go ahead and put them in with the chicks, and they are doing fine. So if you watch that video, and thanks for watching, there's one right there that's kind of doing the mouth thing, and the other one is over there on the left, and she's hiding right there. Right there. But they're getting along fine with the chicken chicks. So these are our future layers. I think maybe we're sharing some of these with our neighbor. I'm not 100% sure. My wife makes deals sometimes and I don't know about them. Now these to my left are meat birds. And you can see just, maybe it's hard for you guys to tell on video, just how much bigger these birds are compared to, let me zoom in. See, look at these birds. These are what you call your broilers or your fryers. And these birds are meant to go to the freezer. So we are raising them for our consumption, for meat. And oftentimes we share too, obviously. So these birds, as we talked about in the past, they are kind of like genetic little monsters. And they gain weight so fast, and they're ready for processing in about 8 to 10 weeks. In fact, they won't live very long just because they get so big so fast, and they start having heart attacks and their legs break and things like that. But they will be raised ethically and morally, so to speak, I guess, is for lack of a better term. And we give them love and attention as any other animal on our farm. So here's the little chicks, our future freezers, and our future layers. One thing I forgot to mention is that guinea birds are really flighty birds, very flighty. And we're hoping maybe we can raise them with the chickens and maybe have a chance at really domesticating them to a degree. Now with George and Gracie, I can call them to me with a treat. So I can say, guinea birds, come on, guinea birds. And they'll come up to me, but there is no picking George and Gracie up. I can't even remember the last time I ever touched those two because they're so flighty. But maybe we thought that perhaps if they're raised with the chicks, they might just be a little more calm. There's one right there eating.
You're like, what the heck was that?
Continued on. So you got IV antibiotics, all kinds of.
IV fluids,
You know,
Buformev, Zofran, 3 different kinds of antibiotics.
what's the conclusion?
Spider bite, brown recluse spider.
Right.
And
Tick-borne illness, yeah.
Combination of the two things.
It has to be. She does have a big spider bite, Mrs. Fowl play on her leg. Look at that child. So that's when I said earlier in the video, like there's so much to talk about. So we've been busy just trying to keep little babies alive and keep Mrs. Fowl play. But Woody and Jazz don't get along at all. And Mrs. Fowl play healthy. Of course, I've had my share of being in the hospital. That's even old news at this point. So,
Not really.
well, not really, but
Keep you out too.
yeah. That's always ongoing for me, though. That's probably not going to stop for a long time, if ever. If you're new to the channel, I had a kidney transplant last year, and for the most part, I've been doing really well. But there are things when you're immunosuppressed that come up in your immune system, viruses and things that are usually benign that raise their ugly head when you're immunosuppressed and give me a bad time. So we're always working with that. So like I said, maybe I'll make a video about that. But you're out here though.
Yeah, it's 4:30 in the afternoon. It's really the first time today.
Yeah.
It's kind of unusual for me.
Tick-borne illness is going to take time to get over.
We're just waiting on all the test results right now still.
Right. But you're spending a little time with the babies. I just made a video about that.